This is a tree Emperor Poland led by the famous ruler, Gregor. Yeah, Gregor. That's right. By using a special monument and destroying the Reformation centers as soon as they spawned, we racked up the Imperial authority points quickly and managed to unite A3 as Poland, later Commonwealth. Watch to see why the Emperor path is the most fun way to play Poland in EU4. And we're back with the second part of the Poland run. This one's going to be chill. We're going to be continuing our mission tree. We're going to continue passing the A3 reforms. The Reformation is about to start, so we're gonna try and manage that. And hopefully we won't be getting like super bad RNG with the Reformation centers, but we'll see what happens. Now we do have a few problems. We just finished annexing Livonian and Teutonic orders, so we have quite a bit of overextension, and our money situation is not the best. But with that being said, let's take out 1,000,000 loans. And this is going to be super important because we're upgrading the monument in Prague to the maximum level, invest in manpower, whatever we can, to speed us up and get 0.15 Imperial authority from the 3rd level. And even though right now we won't be trying to fight that many wars, or expand I should say, we can actually still do wars. We're gonna do one with Serbia with Expand Empire, so we're adding them to the H3 and potentially taking the Kosovo gold mine finally. We're above the relation slots as we have so many subjects right now, so actually what we can do is get rid of the alliance with Palatinate, get rid of the guarantee, and let's improve relations with everybody in the H3, especially the nations that despise us, so that we don't have like big issues passing the next reforms. There we go, we got rid of some rebels, we can now sell titles and seize lands. And yes, we're running quite low on crown land, but it's quite important for us to sell as we're going to repay loans. And we will be getting a ton of money from Muscovy because we're going to fight them soon if the Reformation doesn't stop our plans. Okay, Serbia, come here buddy, let's go. And you guys can go deal with Milan for me. Actually, I kind of want to curry more favors with Austria. We have 95 right now, but there's a ton of course that we can give back to Croatia by just asking Austria to return them. So we're gonna need quite a lot. We can focus on mill points. We're going to be barraging a ton of forts, so we will need these. And our next idea is actually going to be a military one. I'm thinking of going aristocratic for the additional cav bonuses, just so we can make our winged hussars incredibly powerful. Okay, thank you Milan. Nice doing business with you. 300 ducats, I'll definitely take that. More loans to be repaid. Brilliant diplomat comes in clutch with 5 additional Imperial authority. Love it. Oh, we can actually, yeah, we can force religion, but I guess we can do that next war. First, let's just add them to the empire. And I think we can go for some additional reform progress with Polish Sejm. Oh boy, that's gonna be quite a few rebels. Guys, we still need to develop Riga as well. We're a bit ahead with milk technology, to be honest. Maybe let's bump it up at least a few times, as we need 30 dev, and hopefully they're not going to lose stability because then they won't be able to pass the mission that we need them to pass. I think we released them a bit too soon. Hopefully it's not going to bite us back. Okay, there we go. We can take this and it's done. We got a ton of Imperial authority. And I see an issue. We're voting for the wrong guy. What the hell, Austria? Everybody knows that Poland is the true emperor. Next reform is here, and I'm gonna go with maintain balance of power. I really wanted to go with expand temporal rights as it's pretty much my favorite one, but the additional diplomat in the H3 is quite vital. And guys, the Reformation is here. It spawned very far from us, but at least in a 1 province minor. And guys, we have claims bordering claims from the Age of Discovery bonus, but it's going to take us quite a while for us to get free claims because we need Volgas, Mecklenburg, and then Lubeck. I'm thinking we can just go for a no-CB real quick because these guys already converted their state religion, so we can convert them and remove the center. Denmark is gonna be in it. Well, we're not taking any provinces here, that's for sure, because we already get a bit of aggressive expansion by declaring a no-CB. I think it's going to be worth it, so I'm going to do it. First, let's complete this mission, dissemination of new ideas, 50 additional papal influence and additional influence from cardinals for 20 years, and get some bonuses. And yeah, we gotta do it, let's go. Fortunately, we only lose 1 stability because we have finished diplomatic ideas, so it's lowered impact on stability from diplomatic actions. Barrage, boys. Good, there we go. We have forced religion. And so the Reformation Center is gone. The second Reformation Center spawned in Saxony. Bohemia already converted. We don't have a claim or border with Saxony, but we have claims bordering claims, and we can get a double through Bohemia, let's say, or we can just declare on Silesia, who we have a claim on, and a co-belligerent Saxony. Let's do it this way. Riga managed to complete their super powerful mission, which means they have an insane amount of bonuses, and they already have 41 development and 16 total income. So after the war, we're making them a march. They're gonna be insanely powerful. So now the problem is Saxony's size, guys. Obviously, if we were just to force religion, they would still have the Reformation Center. So I think what we will do this time is try and suffer the least amount of aggressive expansion. We're going to release Coburg, let's say, return a court to Mainz. This is no aggressive expansion for us. But the remaining provinces, we have to actually take them. And we're going to leave them as a one province minor. And then we can force religion additionally. So because this is their only province, they will lose that Reformation Center. Okay, let's do it. Reformation centers are gone, boys. This war is finished. Silesia. We're not going to take anything, and we're not going to release Glogov because eventually if we do want to have these provinces for one of the missions, we need to have all provinces in the Poland region not to have any unrest or autonomy. So if they won't manage to do that, we might need to take them and do it ourselves. So we're just gonna let them go. Even though we removed the two Reformation centers, there are some nations following different religions now, and those nations are Coburg and Bohemia. So basically we will try and convert them as soon as possible. With Coburg we do have a truce, but we can start the Bohemia war ASAP. Can we? No, we cannot do this because we just took provinces and we have a lot of overextension. I wonder, can we just sell these provinces? You wanted the guys? No, they don't. But we can actually just sell them back to Saxony, which is a bit funny, but this is going to save us admin points, going to save us imperial authority, because just after selling one province we can actually pass the reform, which is amazing. And I don't want to have them. Well, that's pretty cool. I've actually never done this before, like annexing a nation in day 3, well, pretty much annexing and then giving all the stuff back. And now pretty much we will have to wait until the reformed religion center spawn and do the exact same thing. So look at that, we have insanely good imperial authority. But wait, we're about to finish the monument. Look at that, 0.39. That's it, Bohemia, you going down, sir. That's it, the war is done, so we can peace out Switzerland, and we can enforce religion on Bohemia and take their gold mine. So let's make a little snack like this. Oh, this is beautiful. And is there a coalition? Not really, not really. Okay, for now, we're definitely done with HRE, so we can move on to different areas. We're gonna go after Muscovy as we planned before these shenanigans. I actually forgot to make Riga a march, so there it goes. While we're at it, you can return the remaining 2 provinces to Croatia, and Trier can give some stuff back to the HRE, thank you. Okay, so let's talk Muscovy. We have reconquered Sibi and a lot of cores that we can give back to our one province minor Novgorod. The thing is, we don't want to give them the actual province of Novgorod, and we don't want to give them Neva, because if we own these provinces, we already own Moscow, which is also a requirement for this mission, which is currently locked. By having all these provinces under our own control, we will be able to get Streltsy units as Poland, so it's going to be amazing, and we're pretty much going to give them back all the cores except for these 2 provinces. Dude, the new center of Reformation is in Stockholm. Okay then. It's not like we're removing this one, are we? But it's okay. Scandinavia, y'all can have it. Y'all can have it. And guys, we entered the age of Reformation. We already have 3 objectives done. We converted a nation, we converted a ton of provinces, we have religious ideas, so we will be getting a ton of splendor. And it's super important in this age to get splendor as Poland, because we have a age unique ability, Polish crown, with a goods produced modifier plus 33%. We want to get this ASAP. Guys, this is absolutely perfect. We can return all the cores to Novgorod and take maximum money. We're not taking the provinces that we need, Neva and Novgorod, directly yet, because we're gonna do it in the next war. Now we can go ahead and embrace our colonialism for 1,400 ducats, and we can actually spend our monarch points increasing our technologies. Let's get level 10 at, and let's boost our stability once. It's pretty cheap, 156 points, because this will now allow us to enforce a commonwealth. Isn't it pretty weird that we are forming the Commonwealth without Lithuania actually even existing? More like Poland wealth. Yes, please give us new traditions and ambitions. And guys, we now have PLC ideas with max promoted cultures, Schlachte loyalty, equilibrium plus 10%, goods produced modifiers, so we can make this 43% in Age of Reformation, which is insane. 10% idea cost, we have yearly army tradition, we still have the recruit winged hussars and cav combat ability. We can get more monthly admin power, infantry combat ability, ability, discipline, and last but not least, Torrents of Heretics +3 once we complete them all. Let's go and unlock aristocratic ideas as we plan and get the first one with cav combat ability and also unlock the monthly admin power. And now we can actually go ahead and delete some of these forts that we don't really need and we're paying a lot of money for. This will be better now. We have a ton of inflation, so let's start reducing it a little bit and let's exploit tax development wherever we can. We need this cash to actually manage our gov capacity and repay even more loans, restoring our economy. Okay, so that's fine now. Let's go complete some missions. Faith's Bastion giving us morale of armies, missionary strength, and a skill-free theologian. Then we have Livonian lands. This is going to give us some permaclaims, papal influence, and Dogoa estuary will be expanded. And I believe this is the one in Riga, right? Yeah, so this one gives 20 local trade power, and I believe the default one is 10. Gov capacity is nearly maxed out, so we're gonna hold on before making any new states, but soon we're gonna be spamming a ton of courthouses to make it be reduced to a decent level. And I suppose we can actually take a privilege, Cossack land rights for example, or any other privilege for the other estates, but I will do that once we have at least 25% crown land so that we stay at 20. Okay, let's see. Imperial authority is 0.40. This is pretty good now, but we still have 5 princes following the wrong religion, reducing this. Anhalt is one of them. Now we don't have a claim, but these guys are allied with Limburg, Mecklenburg, Brunswick, and Strasbourg. I'm not sure if a PU member can make a claim for us like a vassal can, but I suppose we can try and set this as our vital interest, and potentially Brandenburg could get us a claim, or you know, they could just get a claim directly on Anhalt. Let's try them both. There's some stuff that we can fix through our diplomatic interactions as well. We must enforce religion on Byzantium, on Novgorod, and I suppose we can also do Karaman. Disable divert trade and just placate them a few times, maybe repay their loans as well. Yeah, one thing I actually forgot is Riga. Not done. They're a march, but we can still enable send officers, giving them 20% morale of armies and 5% discipline, and subsidize their armies, giving them 10% of our monthly manpower. So they're gonna be crazy with these modifiers. Once we have a bit of cash, we will send them like 1,000 ducats as well, so they can make a huge army. Yeah, so now there's only 3 more princes left. And one of them is Serbia, so we're gonna fight them in 3 more years. We need more votes, man. I'm going to temporarily ally mines and probably even 3 year. Yeah, this does the trick. Our ruler is 59 years old, so he's gonna be passing away probably sooner than later. Okay, now we can do a cleanup in Anatolia. Ajam is not going to join, so this is a perfect opportunity. Ottomans only have 5 provinces remaining here. The other provinces are held by Venice and Karakayunlu, who we can also fight a bit later. Oh damn, we actually got Korea controller status as well. How good is that, man? I'm gonna go for development cost minus 5% because shortly we will be developing a specific province. And the rest of the papal points, let's forgive usury for 50 and invest. Okay, much appreciated, Ottomans. I'm just going to core all of this myself. I'm not gonna give it to Karaman. Mamluks, we don't have a truce with these boys. Our reconquest would be quite cool and can also take a bunch of money. Let's grab this 50% cheaper advisor. That's gonna be some decent generation for monarch points. Dude, this is the fastest I've lost the Korea controller status. We got it, what, for like 1 or 2 years? That's it. Oh no, Tunis is invading us. What we will do now? The Tunisian invasion of Bosnia in 1521. What a historical event. Wait, is this normal? The religious center just randomly disappeared after converting a bunch of provinces, and Denmark converted to Protestant religion. I mean, I'm not complaining, but I would be lying if I said that I know how that works. Well, there's a new one. Holstein has a reformed center of Reformation. These guys are allied with Wolgast though. Hey, but what is going on here? They're occupied by Saxony. Oh, Saxony declared Anhaltian succession war. Nah, man, this is too cursed. Well, it looks like we will be going after Wolgast, but we first need to wait because Holstein has a lot of problems. Come on, we can get this done. Barrage, assault. That's how we roll, boys. 25 days siege, that's how I like it. Goodness, you wanna give me some money? They actually can give us 400 ducats, which is not bad whatsoever. I will certainly be taking that. So when it comes to the Mamluks, I don't really want to go for direct provinces because we're quite close to passing the next reform and we don't want to be overextended. But we can take these 2 provinces and give them to Syria. Once again, max cash, and we can take war reps. Yeah, that'll do for now. Isn't this beautiful? You guys can have this, of course. We don't need it. Boom, crown lands increase so we can take some more privileges. Yeah, and I want to complete the burgers agenda automatically, so I'm going to take the monopoly rights and complete it. Don't have to worry about estates whatsoever because we can revoke the privileges anytime we want. That's the power of Poland and the power of the mission leverage the magnets. Now guys, with this done, we have 60% burgers loyalty and 10% dev cost reduction, so we can start developing, expand infrastructure here in Dansk, and we will need to have 25 development. So let's put this into a state, core it up, and go ham. Let's make this a level 2 center of trade, and boom, there's 25 development, so we can make this a level 3, and this will allow us to complete the mission, embellish the Baltic port, which will give us an additional merchant, local trade power plus 20% for 25 years, one base production and prosperity of 100 in the state of West Prussia. Okay, with that done, I think we can start the annexation of Syria. They don't have all of their cores, a couple of them are held by Karakayunlu, but I'm not too worried about that, to be honest. And we can also select our naval doctrine. Let's go for ship trade power. We will need to have 65% trade power in the Baltic Sea, so the more modifiers we can have, the better. Okay, we're good to go. Let's make sure to co-belligerent Holstein as well. Oh man, lovely. Look at that, Riga, 32,000 soldiers. This is a Terminator. Great, we can actually now get rid of the religious center, take this province away and force religion, and boom, it's gone. I'm actually going to keep this one because it's a trade center. Okay, I'm also interested in getting Gotland for myself. And Volgast, you can go. Oh no, plutocratic coup. What are we gonna do now? Oh wait, we can just remove a privilege whenever we want to, even if we have 100% influence. Alright, there we go. We actually needed a bit more than 50 imperial authority to pass this one, because we still have overextension. Or we can pass it a bit later, and for now spend some of the excess imperial authority on improving relations by bestow imperial grace with everyone. So this is what I'm going to do. Oh man, that's so cool. It was Anhalt that was Protestant, right? Because they're now Catholic, so I think Saxony, their overlord, actually switched their religion for us. How good is that, man? And it's time to exploit tax development in the majority of our provinces, which we had exploited in like 20 or so years ago. We're gonna need to fight the Papal State in the near future. I'm going to use our favors to break their alliance with France, and I'm going to get rid of this alliance myself. They actually own something that we will need. Yes, there we have it. Polish crown. Goods produced modifier plus 33%. We're gonna make some big bucks now, boys. Okay guys, we can get into a war with Coburg if we declare on Rugen and co-belligerent Nuremberg. So this way we can switch these guys' religion. I'm just gonna invite everybody into the war so they can deal with the minor nations. And guys, for the next Gov reform, we're gonna continue stacking cavalry related modifiers. We're gonna get cav cost minus 10% and cav to infantry ratio plus 10%. Yup, balance is starting to look really good. We are repaying most of the loans, only 11 left including the 1% ones. And pretty much after we're done with the loans, we're gonna start building a shit ton of manufactories. We just need one more level for admin technology for that. Thank you very much, Coburg. You are free to go after forcing your religion. The emperor is dead. Yeah, he was like 70 years old by this point, so 10 additional imperial authority is going to be super nice, and we actually inherited Brandenburg. I mean, that's okay, less relation slots used. Okay, this is pretty good. The second reform center of Reformation spawned in Scotland, so we're pretty much good here. We're securing that 0.45 imperial authority. I think the plan now is to declare on Venice, because they're allied with Aragon, and Aragon is the one that actually holds the province of Granada with the monument that we certainly want to have. We can start cleaning up the Balkans a little bit because I really don't like this blue color here. While we're fighting this war, which is relatively easy as we have Austria on our side and a million of subjects, obviously there's not that much that we need to do. Basically just keep our soldiers on the forts and protect them. We can start bumping up our trade a little bit and work on that Baltic Sea node. So let's go ahead and get the flagship, make him a light ship with additional trade power per ship and fleet, movement speed, and I guess we can go with flag officers. And of course we want to get a ton of caravels. The absolute killer Riga is initiating a battle. Oh my god, I love to see this. And they have a 5-shock general. I was gonna help them, but I'm honestly interested to see how much damage they can do on their own. They just wiped out the Venetians. No mercy. Oh my goodness. No mercy, boys. Okay, what do we got here? Articles of Agreement. Wait, did we unlock this because we now have admin or diplo skill? I believe so, right? So this is going to give us 5% crownlands if we complete this by accepting the Pacta Conventa, but we actually opposed the nobility previously, so we're going to get monarch admin skill +1 until the end of the game, which is pretty damn good. Yep, that's the one that we got. And we kinda need to work on breadbasket of Europe. We need to build 12 more workshops in the provinces with grain, which we have a ton of. Okay, sure, let's start. It's only 80 ducats for us, so let's go ahead and build at least 3 of them. Nobody saw us sneaking into the province of Corfu, and we got the Naples soldiers. What you gonna do now with your 94 ships? Wish we could do the same with Venetia, but that's not gonna happen. Where's Riga when we need them? Do we really have to take all the trash out ourselves? Okay, we finished annexing Syria, so we can actually go ahead and make some trade companies now, and hopefully we can get the merchant. I'm actually just going to put all the provinces to the trade company so we do get that merchant. That's it, Aragon. Okay, so give us Granada and give us Malta. Don't need nothing else. That's amazing. 2 super good monuments in one war. I mean, this usually doesn't happen. This cannot get better. Aragon owning Granada. Oh man, that would be quite a collision if we were to take all these provinces from Venice. Damn. Maybe for now let's just take the Macedonia and Albania areas. At least this way it's not that bad. Yeah, that'll do for now. It's Austria inherited Hungary. That's not the greatest thing because they're now huge. And actually, now that I think about it, if we revoke the privilege, there's absolutely no chance that we're getting this massive Austria to vote for it, so we won't be getting them as a subject. I think it's best for us to part ways. The time has come, boys. We're going to use them for the last ducats that were taken from them, and we're gonna get rid of this alliance so we can pretty much start splitting them into parts, release Styria, release Hungary, Burgundy, and so on. He's immediately asking back for the alliance. Nope, ain't getting it. I actually just got an alliance with Avignon, 1 province minor, so we're going to vassalize them, and we're going to, after integrating them, release Provence from this 1 province, and this is our gateway to France because we don't have actual claims. We only have the imperial stuff. Good thing is that we can also get rid of the royal marriage and we don't have to pay stability for that, only 10 prestige. We badly need to get an heir, otherwise we're not getting the H3 status if our ruler dies. Alright, that's nice. We have religious wars and we can actually use expand Empire Casus Belli on Denmark now. But the problem is that they follow the wrong religion. We first kind of want to convert them. I think I will be using that CB to just convert them. But yeah, let's get some more ships now so we can actually match their navy. Boom, we have finished aristocratic ideas. So we're getting additional discipline, monthly autonomy change, and some new policies. Let's go for the national unrest, let's go for the diplomat, and actually we can go ahead and cancel out policy of calculated delay because we don't need this religious unity anymore. We are maxed out, we have converted everything. Everything is Catholic. And there's finally enough support for reform the Hofgericht. So we can go ahead and pass this. Court creation cost -10% for the emperor. That's how I like it. So we can go ahead and start some new wars. We can go for Muscovy or Denmark. And I'm going to prioritize Denmark for now. Let's do that. Should be a good enough navy that we have. We're gonna support the conciliatory measures in Council of Trent because it's quite vital for us to have this improved relations bonus, as well as opinion of heretics is going to be quite sweet. The Pope enacted some institution spread, more opinion of heretics, tolerance of heretics as well. There's the Great Peasants War, national unrest +6, but that's definitely not the worst thing because we will be getting a ton of imperial authority once the incident happens. And for now we have some new casus belli, crush the peasantry on Friesland. That's the first peasant nation. I mean, we can do this at the same time, why not? Okay, so we have the breadbasket of Europe. This is going to temporarily give us more local tax modifier and supply limit modifier in the grain provinces with workshops, and also increase the price of grain by 20% until 1554, so temporarily more money for us. I will finish developing all the necessary provinces for develop the countryside, and then we will pretty much just wait until Silesia develops them, or until we make them a subject. No rush with that really. And there's what, like 3 more provinces that we ourselves need to develop? Consider it done. And there's one more mission that we can complete right now, which is developing Krakow a little bit more. We need to get 40 dev here. So just 3 more development points, easy as that. And now this means that we will be getting a university in Krakow, free innovativeness, and institutions will slowly grow in Krakow. I think it's time to get some manufactories. Look at that, boys. Manufacturers are paying more than 1 ducat each. Riga is an absolute beast. He's taken on Denmark himself. We really didn't even need our support there. Yep, there we go. We can force religion. That's all we need for now. Oh my god, this is not the best air. That's definitely not the best air. You didn't see anything, guys. Again, and all of their names are pretty much always August for some reason. I don't know, man. It's quite a popular name, I get it. But every single air, what the hell is happening, man? Okay, we can force these bastards' government. Take that, peasants, and just quickly seize a little bit of land. Maybe let's develop this first, actually. That's a lot of money. That's loyal estates, and that's us seizing lands again. Let's go. No time to waste. Muscovy. Cleansing of heresy. Let's do it. More manufacturers, please. Okay. Our patience paid off, guys. It paid off, finally. Such a Chad heir deserves a good Polish name. We shall call him Gregor, in short. And guys, we have so many nations voting for us to become the H3 Emperor that we really don't need to keep alliances with every elector, such as mines. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the alliance with Trier as well. It's just wasting diplo points for us. Unbelievably, I still haven't really developed the gold mines, so it's finally time to change that, boys. Let's get this Cheb province to 9 development for now. And we will do the same with Kosovo soon. We're already making 54 ducats, so no problem with that, but of course it's always good to have more. And these gold mines will give us a ton of money, as will these workshops, they're giving a ton as well. Dude, maybe we should do a quick war with Ryazan as well. And okay, after concluding these wars, this is our borders. We're going to give a couple provinces to Novgorod, actually. You can have these two, and you can have this one right here, so you can have full states. Now, since we took Neva and Novgorod, we can do the mission Break the Rus, and we will be getting 10 Streltsy units. And these are amazing because they have land fire damage plus 10% and fire damage received minus 10%. And Novgorod, you can now also have these two provinces as they are a part of your state. Enjoy, sir. And this way we still have 105% overextension. Is there anything that we can concentrate? No, there isn't. Oh, it's actually down to 80 after the day tick. Okay, that's fine then. We just need to get a little bit more gov capacity to fix this. So I will actually take another privilege. Yeah, that'll do the trick. Now it's going to be a bit cheaper for us to core it. And we need admin points, so let's upgrade this guy to level 4 now. We might want to get a better mill advisor too. And I'm not gonna say no to a very quick double kill. Monster kill. There we go. Let's take out Crimea and let's take out Kasim. Very rare nation to see. And Crimea, we probably can make them a subject because they still have these amazing cores, which we can use versus Genoa later on. We're not even using our full force limit yet, so I'm going to make a lot of new units and another stack of soldiers. We're gonna need that for a very brutal war versus Austrians. We can actually go ahead and get a couple of more winged hussars as well. We can have 8 of those now. I wonder if this is like the only way that you can get additional cavalry shock. Like Smolensk has artillery shock +2. Imagine if someone has like cav shock that you could stack with Poland. That's right, let's rival Austria now. And you going down, sir. It's time. It's overdue. Oh, Austrians, you stepped to the wrong province because our bodyguard Riga is taking care of you. At your service, sir. Nah, man, Riga is like the best subject we could ever ask for. The Austrians are actually kinda annoying. Can we even beat these guys? Nah, they're getting way too much support. Okay, we need to stay in a large group. How are they so powerful, man? What the hell do we have? Oh, they have quality ideas. That's interesting. That's right, sir. Get wiped. That's what I like to see. Amazing. They're down to 13,000 troops with no more manpower. Yep, it's time to just finish sieging every fort they have, and they have a million of forts. These guys actually haven't been deleting a single fort, I think. That's crazy how many forts they have in the Burgundian lands. Guys, this is pretty much as good as it gets. We're taking some very strategic locations and we're releasing multiple nations. Switzerland, Ingolstadt and Baden taking a little bit of remaining money. This is going to completely demolish Austria because next war we're going to be retaking cores for nations such as Hungary, Styria, and last but not least, from the province of Luxembourg, we can release Burgundy. This is alone what we can reconquer for Hungary. This is what we can give back to Burgundy, and these are super high developed provinces, mind that. And also Styria has quite a few cores. The downfall of Austria is here. It's official. Now it's time to get some more money, so we will continue exploiting tax development in every single province. We have been building a ton of workshops, we have been building manufactories, but there is another thing that we must build. build, and that is the monument in Granada, which we so far have at level 1, so we will get level 2, and in no time we will max this out. Now it's time to chill and wait until we can pass the next reform. In the meantime, there's another thing I want to do, and that is moving our main trading port to the province of Dansk. Let's also go ahead and accept a couple of cultures such as Prussian, Saxon, Belarusian, and because we moved our port here, what we can do now is switch up our trade setup a little bit. We can start transporting trade from the node of Krakow, and this is quite important. Right now we have 46% trade power in the Baltic Sea node. We need to get this up to 65%, and this will give us a restoration of Union Casus Belli on Sweden, so that's going to be another amazing subject. Now looking at our relation slots, we only use up 3 Diplo points each month running all of these subjects. This is quite insane, to be honest. And by this point we can actually integrate Avignon, so I will send them a little gift real quick. Oh, actually we cannot even integrate Avignon. Yeah, I kind of forgot about this thing. We need to have a province that is court bordering it, right? If this was a coastal province, it would be a different thing, but now, yeah, it's kinda messed up. I think actually what we can do is just use his claims to fight France, and in this way we will be taking provinces connecting to this one, so we could release new subjects such as Toulouse, and we will fix this later on. Okay, so this is kinda a misplay on my part, but it doesn't really matter that much. Okay, you know what? Let's go ahead and get some shipyards. We will need a huge navy because we're going to queue up 1,000,000 of caravels, and this way increase our trade power. Let's go get a couple of courthouses. While we're literally just waiting around here, we can start drilling so we gain a little bit more army professionalism. We already have 25%, so at this level it's given us 5% siege ability. Okay, we have the peasantry Imperial incident, and this is actually super good timing because this will give us more Imperial authority, and we're about to pass the next reform, so we should be able to do it before this actually fires. Yeah, there we go, we have it. 25% more Imperial authority growth modifier. We're getting 0.55 each month now, so we're pretty much done. We're pretty much secured. Let's see if we put all of our ships to protect trade in Baltic Sea. Maybe this will do the trick then. 66%, that was pretty much exactly what we needed. So now what we need to do is get an embargo on Sweden, and this allows us to complete the mission Control the Baltic, Casus Belli of Restoration of Union for 25 years on Sweden. We will be declaring, but we must also pay attention to the age of our ruler. He's 60 years old. If we want to keep the Peruvian Union, we need to have positive relations, and our relations will drop down, so it's best that we wait until the ruler dies and only then go for this war. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I was gonna go and clean up the Russian area, starting with Rostov, and he's actually guaranteed by Genoa, who is allied with France, so we can remove that alliance. I would love to have all of these lands returned to Crimea, so we will go for that war, but there's another war that I want to do, and I will move 3 of my, maybe actually 4 of my stacks over to Egypt because we will be attacking the Mamluks. It's an easy way to get additional merchants because we're going to be adding a ton of trade centers to a new trade company after we take this. So we're going to go with a holy war. Okay, that's actually not that bad of a timing. A helping hand is going to give us 25% reduction for a great project upgrade cost for 10 years. So we must remember this and use this for the Granada monument then. Genoa is happy to break the alliance with France if we let them go. Meanwhile, Rostov stops existing. We're gonna continue. We have Yaroslavl and Nizhny Novgorod. They're actually all guaranteed. No, Yaroslav is not, but Nizhny Novgorod is guaranteed by Genoa again. Are you serious, man? We will need to fight him again. For the next government reform, we will be going for the aristocratic court for the Diplo rep and improve relations. And this is only because we're playing the H3 Emperorship run. Normally, I would go with general estates to easier revoke the privileges and later on switch it out to royal decree, and we will switch out to royal decree later on regardless. Another reason is that we don't need to worry about revoking privileges, obviously, as Poland. Okay, I took out a few loans and we can go ahead and finish this to the max level, invest all of our manpower and all the money. So if we actually do this before we end the war, then we will be able to take more provinces. Awesome, it's done. Today is a day to celebrate as we now have 5% admin efficiency, among other nice bonuses such as Diplo rep and income from vassals. The Mamluks will give us this generous peace deal that is just perfect. Look at that, man. We're taking 144% worth of overextension in provinces. Super valuable trade centers. Another super good monument in Cairo, 5% idea cost reduction. And basically, yeah, it's time to pay the consequences. 157% overextension, we will be fighting some rebels. So it looks like Silesia has developed their provinces. Yes, indeed, they did 3 times. So we have developed the countryside. This is going to give us for 25 years local construction time minus 20%, some additional production efficiency, and local prosperity grow +1 in the entire Poland region. It's a bit weird that this gives construction time reduction. Like, isn't it like kind of worthless? If it was cost, that would be, you know, a bit more juicy. Heir falls ill. Obviously he would, right? Let's pay some money and hope he lives. And he did. Oh my god, he actually lived. I swear to god, man. They be trying to take us down, but Gregor, Mr. Gregor, is too strong for that. And so far, I haven't really been developing the gold mines that we have, and now it's time to change that. Let's get this to 10 base production. Nearly 12 decades from this gold mine. I have developed the one in Cheb a little bit, so here we go, this one's 10 as well. Let's build some churches. The Warsaw Church gives 0.80 decades, completely normal. Boom, another 25% Imperial authority growth, 0.63 now, and we have a dominant faith in the tree, so there's not going to be a religious war. There's actually some new Reformation centers, but at this point I'm actually not even going to bother anymore converting them. Screw that, sir. We don't mind this whatsoever, like we're never going to fall off in the tree. This guy's not dying, is he immortal? What the hell is happening? 70 years old, man. It's time to end this because we actually need to start the Swedish war. And this here is dog shit again. Get out of here. You know, a cool thing about passing this reform is that we no longer have any relation slots with the nations that we had as our subjects in the HRE. So with running all these subjects, we don't have to care about that whatsoever. And let's go, boys. Restoration of Union. Let's do it. Right after this war, we will be going for the Second Austrian War. Wow, this was faster than I expected. Let's get the Union. And we could actually grab another province, which is Stockholm, because it's a really good trade center. But I really don't want to mess with my European borders, so I'll just end it like this. A union is definitely enough for us. Okay, it's time to start improving relations because we don't want to lose the union. Although our ruler is 23 years old, so we did think about that beforehand. Now it's time for my favorite thing. Clicking the declare war button and then just asking everybody to autonomously siege. This is the equivalent of just telling your units go ham. Imagine being a coach in a team and you're just saying go goal, guys, go make a goal. Sweet. While we're doing nothing and allowing our armies to wreak havoc, we can also embrace printing press. So soon I will be upgrading all the technologies. For now we don't need to waste these points as we're still ahead of time. Let's just promote mercantilism or something, reduce our inflation a little bit. We can even use some of these points on development. Okay, so here we go. Let's pick another idea group. Honestly, I don't really care about expanding that much. Let's go for influence ideas, as this will give us income from vassals. And maybe we can later pick up quality ideas so we can get another 25% from the policy. I think it would be quite fun. So we get a ton of money from vassals, and at the same time, we also have super strong cavalry. Whoa, so in this war, we can exactly give all the provinces back to Hungary. 99% war score for that. That's so cool. Amazing. Love it. So next war we should be able to give all the Burgundian cores perhaps. I'm gonna go clean up Muscovy and afterwards we can definitely go for France. Would love to start our first war with France too. And probably after these wars we can pass the last reform. I realized I didn't add Denmark to the empire, but we no longer have that CB, so I assume they're too big for us to add. I don't really mind them existing. I think after we unify the HRE, we can take them down, as we pretty much will have to do with Italy, with Iberia. We haven't really touched these areas. And that is a full annexation. Not the most amazing borders, but it's best to remove these guys. Wait, I actually forgot about Genoa. I forgot about Genoa. Let's go. And we also have access to state houses. Let's not forget that. I actually haven't built a single one yet. One in Danzig is gonna save us 16 gov capacity. One in Krakow, 13. Really good stuff. It's pretty insane that these are the actual last Genoese holdouts. Crimea and their provinces in Anatolia. They're completely banished from Italy. I would take it all, but man, this is occupied by Venice, which is a bit annoying. But I guess we can just let Venice take it. Oh, look at that, man. We actually completed the mission in Western Eastern Poland because we have at least 40 manufactories now. So Gregor will be industrious and all provinces with wool will now produce cloth. Let's see what we got here. So we have quite a few wool provinces. Let's go. It's all cloth, baby. Look at that, how many cloth provinces there are in the HRE now. Dude, we're making bank as it is. It's gonna be so much better once we revoke. And we're gonna do it actually shortly. Let's just first max out. Let's see how many nations we can get in here. Obviously, we're not getting nations like Austria, as I said. Minus 127 support for the reform. And this is mainly because of their economic power. But most of the nations are supporting this. So yeah, we will be having a ton of subjects regardless. Saxony, for example, is actually not voting. They have very low trust of us, so probably we're not getting Saxony, we're not getting a couple more nations, maybe we're not gonna get Bohemia, because we also have super low trust with them, as we did many wars with them, but we will be getting claims on all the members that are not going to join us. And we finished our influence ideas, so we now have even more policies. We can go with culture conversion cost, we can go with vassal force limit contribution plus 100% as well. Our force limit is 278,000. Let's start maxing out on the army professionalism as well. Here we go, we already have 80%. And these are some decent generals, like we have some 6 shock ones, but it's to be expected because we have 90 army tradition. Okay boys, we're maxed out, so it's time to click revoke the privilege. There's only one prince voting against this. There we go. So all of these nations did join us. It was pretty much only Austria, wasn't it? We even got Bohemia, and we actually got Saxony, unexpected, but we got them even with super low trust. Now if we go into the players map mode, this is what we actually look like, because we also have Sweden. We definitely could have went harder with this, but as I said guys, I really wanted to make this a really chill campaign. As you might know, EU4 is pretty much coming to an end. There haven't been any patches for nearly half a year, and the last DLC was released in last May, so it's been quite a while, and it's pretty evident that they're pretty much preparing us for the release of EU5. Now let's also check out what we can complete in terms of missions. We have Throne of Bohemia. We will be able to balance the princely lands. We just need a couple more provinces, I believe. Yeah, all the provinces in the Moravia area must be owned by us, and in the Bohemian area. So Austria, we will need to of course clean that up. We have Duchy of Pomerania, as we now own them as a subject, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I would say pretty decent balance, 238 ducats. We're earning 127 ducats from vassals alone, and we're obviously the first greatest power with nearly 4,000 development. The world at this point is really our oyster. We can go for France, we can go for Italy, Iberia, and expand pretty much in any direction. We unlocked religious, diplomatic, aristocratic, and influence ideas, making our cavalry quite powerful. We of course have many diplo rep bonuses, we can have a ton of subjects. Right now we're only occupying 3 of our 10 relations. So if we were to continue expanding, we would pretty much look for opportunities to release big vassals. Let's say if we were to fight the hordes. Kazakh does exist now, but Kazakh is usually a really good vassal to release. In our case, we could release someone like, let's say, Yarkand, which has quite a lot of course. Obviously there's a bunch of subjects to be released in Iberia, and if we went for more ideas, we probably then would obviously go for admin, which we haven't yet unlocked. Infrastructure would be good for the construction cost bonuses, expand administration bonuses, and a policy with 10% gov capacity modifier with aristocratic. If you guys like this campaign, and make sure to drop a like on the video, let me know your thoughts in the comments, subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, and I will see you next time. Massive thanks to Tier 1 YouTube members Lex, MangyMinotaur, ScaldabagnoBlu, Kutay, and mickw. Tier 2 members Biologist, Lazar, and RogueRhino, as well as Tier 1 Patreon supporters Lazar and Nikolas, Tier 2 supporter Bean Machine. I'm super thankful for your support.